is hurting right now. So continuing that last video, let's watch this again. I'm watching, that's going to be about a 5, blah, blah, blah. And we see that combos. So what I want to get at here is, this is another kind of game theory video, kind of a commentary about the community, fake tech lords, whatever. There's almost no excuse to be quotation marks bad at a game, or to be quotation marks totally naive about a game, because there are so many, video games give you so many like crutches, and they hold your hand so much. And what I was trying to show there is, people were saying this combo was patched out or something like that. And it's like I've often said before, like, there's this famous quote that I've talked about before, and it's that talent hits the target that no one else can hit, but genius hits the target that no one else can see. Okay? And some people are just fucking lazy though, right? So I know not everyone is going to be like me, where I've been able to look at video games, just randomly look at footage, and I've been able to tell what's going to work, right? I know not everyone is going to be able to do that, right? But video games hold your hand so much nowadays that you can see the target, but people are just that lazy. And what I'm getting at is, all these tech lords that, of course, like I said, I'll look at this game, Dragon Ball FighterZ, and look at all these other games I've done tech for and videos for. Jeez, and especially Dragon Ball. So many of these guys, these tech lords, all they do is they just rehash shit that I've done years ago. So they thought something was patched out, and it's like, why would you think something is patched out? You can, like look at this. We're pausing, right? And this is what we're looking at, that little orange meter, and I'm pausing really slow. I'm sorry, I worked out today, so my hands are kind of slow, right? But we see that, you know what I mean? We can see that, right? We can physically see the target of the stun time, right? We can see that the orb is, you don't even actually need, to be honest, this is so obvious, you don't even need the stun time, but for sake of, argument in this video, so we can tell all we have to do to get this to work a little bit is just step back a little smidge. When we do it, boom, step back a little smidge, and then look, the orb is going to hit a little bit later. Do you see like what I talk about? And again, it's such a great quote that, again, let's say it again. Talent hits the target that no one else can hit. But genius hits the target that no one else could see, that no one else knew that was there, okay? But the thing is, the target is always there for you now. Of course, no one is going to predict games like I have, because I'm just the shit, right? I've done it for how many games and how many years now, right? It's ridiculous. I've been able to look at games and call them, but it's so ridiculous. And this just shows that people are lazy. It's like, dude, the game is holding your hand. When we talked about all those hard links that people were saying was never going to be possible, that I talked about in the beta, the hard links, you know what I mean, that are kind of more common nowadays. Look at this. We could see this. Well, what do we have here? We have Vegito's hard. I don't even know the buttons in the game. I'm sorry. And we could see like, it's going to be about a 5. I'm pausing really bad. 5. Okay, 5. And we could see like, oh, we need at least 7. So if we do, hits a little bit late. And now we're pausing. Well, fuck. 8? 9? The target is easily visible. We know it's possible. Maybe some people are not smart enough that when they looked at the game or all these other games, I've been like, oh, that's how this works. That's how this. You know what? You don't have to be a genius to not be stupid, okay? You don't have to be a genius to not be lazy. But that's what a lot of people are. Do you get what I'm saying? It's like, the target is there. The game gives you so many points of like, there's so many, the treasure map of the video game of tech is there. There's so many like little tools for you to figure out the game easier. And I think this recent thing really shows you, because it's like, wow, oh, they thought it was patched out. Well, do you think Vegito's Banshee Blast combos were, I thought it was funny that You see, oh my God, there's like a fucking Twitter thread. These guys were trying to, oh no, the combo's patched out. You know, Clayton had to delay it or something like that. It's so ridiculous. No, it's not patched out. It's just slightly different. It still works. Do you think Vegito's Banshee Blast doesn't work? Do you think when Ryu does a duck forward to fireball, the frame data is slightly different? Does that mean it's patched out? Like, what an insane level of cope. Okay? There's almost no excuse for you to be that lazy and that naive about combos and tech when the game, do you know what I mean? It's like, it's there. The target is there. You don't have to be a genius. No one is saying like, oh, you're going to be like Clayton. Clayton can look at a game and he called the entire game. No one is saying you have to do that. But the target is there. The target is not invisible. It is so much easier. It should be so much easier to be actually good at combos nowadays. To be good at finding tech. Because you're given so many extra tools to find it. The treasure map is so much more laid out for you with frame data and all this kind of stuff. And it's actually really pathetic, isn't it? It's like, dude, it's all there. Another great example is I think about Plus R. Plus R, they added this it's like a replay feature. So I don't know exactly what it's called. I've looked at it and it looks. I've looked at it, and if I ever wanted to play the game seriously, I think it's an amazing tool. It's almost ridiculous. Like Plus R has this thing where you can like look at matches you've played and actually rewind it and then play it and then replay the situation. It's like, wow, what is the excuse to be bad at the game if you care now, right? Ultimately, everyone is going to have different execution, abilities and all this kind of stuff. But I always think, I'm never going to play Guilty Gear seriously. I mean, I'm just too old. I've said before, I don't even know how I've won so much in Guilty Gear Online because I don't play it. I'm extremely naive to matchups. But I know if I was playing the game seriously, the tool is there. And the only excuse I have for not using the tool is my own laziness. Or I guess if, you say, I am, sick, you know what I mean? But hands are fucked up, blah, blah, blah. But hopefully you get what I'm getting at. If you don't have some kind of health problem stopping you, what is your excuse for being unknowledgeable at the game other than laziness, right? Did you get what I'm getting? Especially if you're telling people that you play the game seriously or passing yourself off as knowledgeable. So if we look at this situation here, how can you tell someone that you are knowledgeable about this game, that you are good at combos at this game, that you are good at tech at this game, if this game holds your hand so much that you can see the exact frames that it counts for you, so you know what you have to do on the treasure map, and you still fail? Are you that bad or are you just lazy? Maybe it's a bit of both. But I like I said, I like that quote, you know what I mean? Because again, it just goes to show you, talent hits the target that no one else can hit. We see a lot of people now throughout the years in all these video games so many of these people that said that Clayton was going to be wrong about these games. He doesn't know what he's talking about. He's cheating, whatever, blah, blah, blah. And then eventually they had talent enough to also hit the target, right? So to speak. Genius hits the target that no one else can see. And obviously, not everyone's going to be able to do that. But if the target is there and you can't hit it, how can you call yourself a tech lord, a combo master, and even say you're good? It's like, dude, it's literally there for you. And people make us, I think it's patched out. Is Ryu's duck forward to fireball patched out because the frame data is different in every Street Fighter? Is Vegito's Banshee Blast links, are those different? And now, of course, I've done a lot of like weird shit in this game, and I've put different pieces of the puzzle together. You know what I mean? And I understand not everyone's going to be able to do that. But some of this stuff is so obvious that I mean, come on, dude, right? Do you get what I'm getting at? Anyway, remember if you like the videos, like, sub, silly, comment, share, support the channel if you want. I appreciate it. Thanks.